Hi y'all, Bohemia here with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart readings. I'm going to see if I can get through this reading. Baby's needed a lot of care lately, so if for whatever reason she wakes up during this, I will be immediately hopping off. But I wanted to get to this for you. So this is your past life. We have some options here. I didn't want to turn on the lights. I'm talking low. I'm sorry. Hopefully everyone can hear me with the volume. I'll do another one of these. I'll do these, throughout time. We'll revisit this because, we got a lot of past lives and, we want to have a bit of variety. So if you want a more personal reading, if you like any of my readings, I always forget to say, but I've been doing this for like a decade. Facebook is Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart. Instagram is Bohemian Stars _ Ocean Heart. And Instago, I'm on there, Bohemian Stars Ocean. It's like a long name. You can email me at oceanheartconjure@gmail.com, okay? Please only serious inquiries, and please don't try to like haggle your readers and your healers, okay? I'm just gonna say that. Okay, so today's decks that we'll be using, we have a mini wild unknown, we have the world spirit second edition, we have, I'm trying not to catch on fire down here, y'all, we have the vintage wisdom oracle, Isis oracle, the crystal deck, and the ghosts and spirits tarot. All right, and we have some options here. We have the clear quartz, we have a little cherry jasper, we have, or it's like a leopard cherry jasper, we have a labradorite heart, we have an Egyptian jasper or calligraphy jasper egg, we have a lapis necklace here. It's kind of hard to see some of these, like blue, of course, and we have a beautiful like pill case that has the three graces, or to me it looks like the three of cups, so I had to grab that. All right, so go ahead and pick your choice, and we'll see what we, little insight that we have from your past lives here, okay? So for those of you who chose the quartz, it looks so beautiful in the candlelight. Y'all, I'm gonna try to get my Bob Ross on. I've been watching Bob Ross videos and it made the baby fall asleep. Hi, Pearl. Okay, so we have the Five of Cups. We have the Sage or the King of Cups reversed. We have the Eight of Cups reversed. Look at all these cups. Judgment reverse. Yes, I love Bob Ross. Hashtag Team Pisces, right? Let's see. We have I can't read it so small. Two of Wands reversed. Gentleness. It's kind of cool doing it all candlelit. We get, well, it says agate, but it's a blue lace agate there. And we have the Divine Sun Child. Let's see. So let me take a look here, what I'm seeing. All right, the past life that's coming. Oh, of course it's cutting out. So yes, so for some of you, we're going to be looking at big collective energies that have been present, and then specifics. So for those of you who chose number one, I'm definitely getting energy here of your lifetimes that's coming up being important is where you were a child. I don't see you moving past childhood in this one, and it's bringing that up as being very important to talk about for you. Okay, and I'm seeing a lot of grief and a lot of loss here, and judgment reverse tells me that like contracts or like your timeline that you were wanting to finish wasn't able to be finished. It was inhibited in some way. I'm seeing a grieving parent. I'm seeing like the dreams that you had wanted to do not being able to be accomplished, and feeling like your free will wasn't able to be enacted, like what you planned for that lifetime. I'm seeing very young in childhood passing away. So for those of you, and we have some grief and loss here. So there could be a few, this is a lot of people that will watch this. So could be a few that in your past life, the biggest theme is the loss of a child. So that you can carry, how we use our past lives for healing as we look at underlying themes of how they're affecting us now. So if you chose number one, you really want to look at your one, if you feel like, so if you're still young, if you have that feeling like you're going to pass away early, or you're afraid of that, or if you've always carried this like fear of that. Two, you can have a big fear of the loss of a child, because some of you might have experienced that. Like I said, I do see a grieving parent here, and so that could be where that, and there's that with against your will, a contract being cut off. And you not being able to just like live your life. So it wasn't like it happened because of karma. It was, you know, people create new karma when they decide to do something mean or awful to another person, and I'm seeing that here. There's very gentle-hearted, beautiful energy. What do we have here? Grounding, acceptance, stabilizing. So I do feel like there was a loving family that happened. There was joy in the time that was there, but then there was that early leaving. Okay, and that's just the biggest thing that I'm getting for you. We have the signs of Scorpio. Like literally all of these are Scorpio cards. There's a little bit of Aries and Leo and Cancer. And maybe Libra. So those could be, especially if we do past life astrology, your moon sign you want to check, and your north nodes, your north and south node. So if you're really looking at a relationship that you have with a person and what the dynamic was, that's another way you can use this reading as well. And so if you're having a hard time with some tough karma or resentment towards a person, they could have been involved in this where you were kind of taken out of your lifetime too soon. Beautiful unicorn, though, we do have this gentleness, so you will be able to take with you that the childlike spirit, having a lot of joy and innocence. So you might have to be patient with yourself as you move forward. I feel like there's a theme of this too. If you pick number one, that over a course of a lot of lifetimes you might not have lived for like into a late age. This could also mean that you have a newer soul for some of you. So depends on it's general reading, what resonates with each person. So you want to go ahead and apply this with your own knowledge of your own kind of Akashic records and your own meditations and things of that nature. But I would say be patient with yourself. Hi. Um, be patient with yourself if you feel like you just can't get the hang of things, if because you might not have really lived into adulthood in a lot of lifetimes in the past, or you might be very new to this realm, or to incarnating in this realm, or just kind of like your spirit hasn't done it as much. You might have chosen to stay not incarnated. So have patience with yourself, but this could be some themes of grief to work out. Okay, but I do see beautiful innocence and a big loving heart that it also brings to you from your past life energy. All right. Yeah, all these night owls, or is it morning already? No, it's not. Look, I don't even know. I don't even know what time it is. Okay. For those of you who chose the cherry Jasper, I'm like trying to show it in my little romantic lighting here. Got my ocean color candles. I know that one was all intense, huh? Let's see. Yeah, it's like where are the party animal ones? So for those of you who chose a cherry leopard Jasper, we have the Seeker of Cups. We have, there we go, Three of Cups. That's some fun. We have the ten, and then the Ten of Swords. Oh my gosh, fun, and then it was over. Ace of Pentacles. Someone partied too hard, huh? Look, playful. So perfect. This is the perfect reading we needed after number one. Tiger's Eye. See that? Okay. This is actually like, yeah, this is kind of the opposite. This is someone who stayed, right? This is good. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like the roaring 20s, or like experimental times. I'm seeing different genders. So this is, if you pick number two, you've been different genders. I'm seeing different types of love relationships. So, I think you're a soul that it didn't really matter, gay, straight, bi, whatever on the spectrum. Like you've experienced it, you've had fun with it, you've done a lot of experimenting with your body. Sometimes not good. You definitely party too hard in some past lifetimes, but I'm seeing like you have loved, you've experienced, maybe not necessarily in the way that society or people always thought that you should have, but you've definitely had a really good time. And I'm seeing that you have like I don't know, like I feel like you've had a lot of body positivity in your past lives. I do see at a time like that wasn't always the case, but like you just got to the point through experience that like you just, it's kind of like a theme, like you just go and indulge, maybe a little bit hedonistic in some lifetimes, and learn to really connect and embrace your body and just experience life through it. So like when you're done, then you're done, but you want to make sure you get everything out of it. Hi, thanks for joining in. Yes. So I am seeing a little bit of fallout in some of your social groups that you've had. And this says divine sisterhood. So this could be within your close community. This could be with your actual sisters. As I'm seeing some same sex relationships, it could be because of that. So that could be a theme to look at and to work on, to make sure that you have the ability, or at least your soul carries the ability to fit into a lot of different groups and to, always just kind of be a rolling stone. So it would be good if you also learned, maybe you already have this lifetime, but learned how to actually stay with a group and work through things and not just leave from a social scene, or not just kind of just take advantage because you feel like, well, we're all the rebels we got, so they have to put up with me. So I think that you've definitely been a mover and shaker. I get this kind of like Betty Page feeling. I get this like very just, yes, this like Renaissance artist kind of feeling. Just any of those kind of lives, and a lot of openness and playfulness. I'm seeing Pisces, I'm seeing Cancer. I'm getting a Sagittarius vibe, even though I don't have those signs. I'm definitely seeing any earth signs and Leo, okay? Are the signs I'm seeing. So check your moon, check your north node, your south node. You might see in the houses that your moon and north and south node are in, and you might see some of those energies there. And that was a little frisky, a little passionate. I'm a passionate person. Okay. And oh, Gemini energy too. I could see with that. Okay. For those of you who chose the Labradorite heart, which is so dark you can barely see it with the lights low, let's see what we have. We have the Six of Cups, which is a past life card. We have the Six of I have like Harry Potter on in the background if you can hear the Quidditch game. I have eight Gryffindor. Comment your house if you're a Potterhead like me. We have Eight of Wands reversed. We have Page of Cups reversed. Transition. Ooh, a Mazonite, which is funny because I didn't put Mazonite there, but it's actually right there by this card. Slytherin. Dark Mysteries, the Chamber of the Dark Goddess. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, okay. I'm definitely seeing I'm definitely seeing that you're someone who has experienced unrequited love. It's like you fall intensely in love, like very innocently, like either from a young age and then you love that person your whole life, or like you would just have like again and again kind of that really pure open heart with them. And so it's like you couldn't always bounce back from it. And so you had to work a lot on, oh, this is, yep, the number three. So you had to work a lot on transitioning and being able to communicate. There also can be where you this reminds me of like a Venus and Pisces in like the 12th house, where it's like you just like adore and love this person so purely, but you never tell them. Like you're terrified to tell them. So you might even have this reoccurrent with the same exact person. Like you might meet them lifetime after lifetime, because I'm seeing many lifetimes and going back to it, and like you just never have the courage to tell this person. And Amazonite about that. And so it's like the dark mysteries. I would really look at your 12th house. If you have 12th house interactions with people that you are attracted to, that could be a big thing. So it's saying this is actually something that your soul is reminding you of, because it wants to learn to grow beyond that. It's like this pure, beautiful energy that you have, but it's not communicated. So it's like be freer with your love. Let it out. It's never got the chance to kind of grow, to grow and to mature into a new form. Also, don't be afraid, yes, to let love grow and change, because you might be afraid of like really seeing. Six of Wands is about being seen. It's about bouncing back when things haven't when you've hit the ground a little bit. And so for you, you might feel humiliated. Like one thing goes wrong in love and you're like, it's over, it's tarnished, I'm disenchanted, it'll never be the same. I'm gonna be an old maid now, or we're never gonna be able to get back to the way we were. So it's saying that's been a theme in past life. So really allowing yourself to see yourself in the other person with the same loving eyes, even though they might be a little less rosy, it might be a little less cloudy on there, but that can actually increase love. That can make you love someone more. And it doesn't have to be in the way where it's being a doormat, right? Or being seen in the cold, right? I feel like, and it's talking about healing, to allow yourself have some deep healing like this. So it's okay to have your separate space. It's okay to love from afar. You know, there is a little romantic energy in that, but it's really saying like, imagine how good it could be to love someone up close, you know, and to not reject yourself before any rejection has happened. Okay, and to speak your truth is definitely a big thing with the Ace of Wands reverse and the Amazonite. Not feeling that you could speak your heart, it was a thing. So allowing yourself to let all this pure, beautiful energy out. You have a lot of people that you've been in past lifetimes with around you right now, and you've kind of been incarnating with the same soul group over and over and over. So it's time that you feel free to speak your truth to them. Okay. Yes. Oh, that was such a sweet energy. The sweethearts. Okay. Oh, and it was the heart. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. For those of you who chose the Egyptian Jasper, the calligraphy Jasper here, we have, da-da-da-da, she is feisty. We have the Sybil of Wands or the Queen of Wands. We have Two of Wands reversed. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, guys. We have the Daughter of Pentacles reversed, the Father of Cups reversed. So he's come up reversed in two readings, and the Two of Wands did as well. The Star, I knew it. Ooh, she's a celebrity. Innocence. Let's see. Look, you even got like an exotic stone, a tassamite. Don't quote me on that, folks. And the knot of Isis, energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. They're a little intense with those cards. Okay, so you are definitely a celebrity with this. I'm actually really seeing. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay, I'm definitely really seeing somebody who was pushed from a young age to like get out there and go. You know what? I'm actually feeling a very okay. This is an example. I'm sorry if you this isn't your favorite artist or whatever, but this is reminding me of like Beyonce, right? So she gets super famous. She had to work her butt off. Like her dad pushed her at a young age. Then she had some fallout with her dad. That's kind of what I'm seeing. This is like where you worked hard from a very young age. You were probably a child celebrity and grew up and had to take over your own fame. Now this doesn't have to be celebrity depending on the era, the time, you know, was thousands, millions of years, whatever. It could, but whatever it was that you were having we're celebrating. I think it's hang on. I just had like a big freeze for a few, like a minute there or something. Sorry. Okay, so with this one, this is definitely so it's some type of fame position. I do feel creative arts, but for some people it was financial. Like, maybe some of you might have just been born into being rich. Yeah, it froze. Okay, I didn't say anything when it froze. I was the Egyptian Jasper, the calligraphy Jasper. Yeah, so this person was definitely, some of you did come from wealth in a lot of lifetimes and like had these expectations of your family and what you were groomed to become. It kind of reminds me of, yeah, like someone being groomed to take over. But I do definitely see the arts and that kind of celebrity as well. Again, it looks like there was a falling out with the family young. It looks like at some point you feel like that your innocence was kind of taken away and you know that you didn't choose that path, but then once you were in it, you were like, screw it, like I know how to play the game, I know how to do this, and I am talented. So you went forward with it. I do feel like there's some kind of vows that you have taken in that lifetime that still affect you this lifetime, okay? So if you might have like a knee jerk reaction to either you might have a hard time not being like a celebrity, like not being very rich and known, or you can have an issue with those who are. Like you might just have like this guttural, like intense, like you know, like I hate celebrities. I hate people who are rich. So it can go either way. You know, you might feel like you could do it better than them. You might feel like they don't deserve it. So you have some kind of like a agreement or a contract that you made with your spirit there. It really looks like it was kind of just like, forget my innocence, then I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna do like this. Can She can kind of be like the Broadway diva who's just like, screw it. Like, maybe she didn't choose that life when she was young, but now that she's there, she's gonna get what she needs to get. So it's a little bit of mixed bag. I see fun and joy that came out of it, but I also feel this sense of loss. Let's see what our keywords are. Yep, self motivation, cleansing, and enthusiasm. You have someone who yeah, starts off having a talent and a dream, kind of gets taken over by others, like the we could use common day analogies like the music industry or whatever, and then kind of busts out of there and has their bad girl Riri moment. All right, so you definitely have talents. You definitely know how to run things. Make sure that others aren't walking over you, but also make sure that you're allowing others to have the spotlight and allowing them that, and allowing yourself to reach whatever heights that you do without fearing success, okay? Yeah, sounds like your life this life. I know it's crazy, like, because it's like some people are like, why do past lives? I'm like, because it will, it lets you know some gifts you have. It can let you see patterns that your spirit has had. Okay, so those who chose were on kind of number 5, but that will be the uh, Lapis pendant. We have, oh, 4 of Wands. I like seeing that. We have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We have the Two of Cups reversed. We have the Four of Swords. Oh, this one is the one that dropped like a bajillion of the oracles that wanted to come out. You're welcome. Truth, shadow self, all intense, perception, obsidian reversed, and divine guardian. Okay. All right, so let's see what I'm seeing. Okay. All right, all right. I'm seeing like happiness that's there. So there was some happiness in youth, and then that being kind of turned around. I'm seeing like a forced kind of marriage, and like or like where basically you felt like you had to marry in order to be safe, in order to have peace of mind, in order to be protected and like acceptable in society. I feel like there's this is kind of another thing with the truth and the shadow stuff here, and wearing a mask, like where you couldn't speak your truth, like you didn't want this to happen, you didn't want to have to go and marry who you had to marry. You didn't feel very protected, but there was like this strong guardian person who was like, kind of making you a match, or being like, this is what you have to do in order to like survive, like this is how it is. So it could have been like, in the times where females like in Victorian times, you had to marry. Like you couldn't, if you were an old maid, you were like ostracized from everything. Like you had to go and get married and take your best match. And so this is the kind of theme that's coming up as important to you. And this is like your the lifetime that wanted to speak the most for you. I'm seeing Virgo energy, Cancer energy, Libra energy. There could be Scorpio and Aries as well. So how this can manifest currently in your lifetimes is you could currently still have, I feel this guardian presence very strongly. So it could even still be like someone who's your mom or your aunt, or someone who has very much impressed on you, like they're the person who's always like, you have to have a relationship, or they kind of raised you in regards to the kind of person that they thought that you should have to be to marry, or that you should like what the person you'd want to marry would want from you. Things of that nature. You could feel very forced into family situations, or it might be hard for you to, you might like easily get proposals and things. And I've seen people like this where they'll like get proposals and stuff, but then they're overwhelmed, and then you're like, well, why are you engaged to this person? And they just don't know how to say no, and they don't know how to get out of it, and their families want them to get married. And so you could have things like that. You could also have the opposite, where you're like, no, I'm like chronically single, I can't find a marriage, I don't know what's going on. And that could be because your spirit didn't want this. Like, you've experienced getting into a marriage that you didn't want, and feeling like you married too young, and things of that nature. So it's giving you time for the party and the happiness, and so that letting helping you really find the right person, and so that you really feel like it's your free will, so that you can feel the joy of marriage and you can feel, happy, and not like it's like this dire thing. This could also manifest as a bit of like gold digging, or marrying up and that kind of stuff, and not listening to what's really best for your spirit, but just like gauging your relationships based on survival mode. Okay, so some of you might have already figured that out and have done better with it, but it's saying this is where it comes from. The obsidian is reversed, so it means, let's say, truth, reveal, grounding, and process. And you do have the truth card with it, and it is a very protective guardian stone, and the guardian card is here, but it's reversed. So I would say really try to listen to your own voice when it comes to your personal relationships. Really try to see if you are being pushed into relationships out of like a survival tactic, like you feel like when you're alone that something's wrong with you, that you have to be with someone, that you have to be in a relationship. And like if you have this kind of almost like a fight or flight, like an adrenaline urge towards relationships, or on the other extreme, you might have conquered that, but you might feel like you never want to be in a relationship. So see what your own personal balancing point is. The goal here is to allow others to perceive you correctly, to express how you truly feel, and ourselves to assess situations appropriately. So also you could attract partners like this, somebody who just, you find out that they were just dating you because they wanted to use your car or something, and you're just like, why is this happening? So this is a reminder as well to make sure that you are being personally valued and not just as a commodity in your relationships. Okay. All right. And the last one we have here with the Muses. Oh, we got the Lovers. What are we getting into, y'all? We got the Nine of Pentacles. We have the Daughter of Swords reversed. That's come up in at least one other one. The Eight of Cups. New beginnings. It's kind of, I'm doing a little slow because these flames, y'all. I'm trying to get burnt up. Okay, we have Tourmaline, which is a red one here. We have Garnet. Ooh. And we have Miracle of Isis, miraculous healing of the divine. I'm sorry, it's late, y'all. Okay, so what I see here, I'm definitely getting Libra energy. I'm getting Pisces, some Virgo, some Scorpio. So check your moon, your north node, south node, and the houses that they're in. So you're definitely a lover. Like you've had your soulmates, your soulmates. I feel like for you, you're all or nothing with your partnerships. Like either you're going to have like your huge power couple, like deeply in love, like stars to the earth kind of love, or you're going to be alone. Like and I feel like it comes with like finances. I do feel genuine love here, not like the last one where it felt like you had to love because of survival or marry for survival. I feel like here there's real love, but you also are expecting them to have that coin, right? So it's like you came from, you had a lot of lifetimes where you were well off and looking for a partner who was also well off and wanting to, make a power couple kind of move. And you did quite often. Your relationships were very renowned. It could have been like that Jay-Z Beyonce thing. Could have been like, was it Chrissy and John Legend or whatever? It's like renowned. Like you almost become more famous when you're than when you're not. And so your relationships get a lot of attention too. You might have to try to keep people out of your relationships. I do see here though that you have like you've been a little spoiled in relationships, so you can be quick to leave. You can be like, oh no, like that we hit a speed bump, I'm out, bounce, like I got other suitors, let me go down to something new. So it's like finding the balance between that is what you need to do. I feel like you know how to do relationships, you know how to do being alone, or you're learning that. You're probably on that cusp of like north node and south node in either Aries or Libra, so you're learning that balance between self and other. But when you do stick with people, you really do know how to bring healing and to be on a good soul level and to like help each other's with your soul's goals and things. So it's finding that balance where it's respected. I feel like you innately have this a part of you though that even if you get in a relationship where you're downtrodden for a while, like you snap out of it because you realize like no, like you'll leave that Eight of Cups, the new beginnings. I think you've even left relationships with children before, and we're like, no, we're gonna go. If we're not treated right, like we need to be treated right. Me and my baby. I feel like I'm quoting Beyonce this whole reading. I don't know what it is, but right, she's like, we gonna live a good life. So, I do. I feel empowerment. I feel like so much love, and I feel the ability in your energy here is really wanting to be fully a full person, to be a full person when you're single and be a full whole person when you're in a relationship. And that's what your soul wants to remember and continue balancing. There is the need to speak your truth a little bit more and be willing to like I ain't working on nothing. I'm just gonna move on to like bounce. So try with that. It's wonderful that you know and remember that you can have new opportunities and new relationships and new beginnings, but you also want to respect your partnership and not bounce on something that's really good just because you're like, you didn't serve me my grapes today. Okay, unity, love, and protection, fertility, abundance, and expansion. This is beautiful. You've had beautiful, fertile lives with children. You've had, I do feel like there has been some, uh, at least a few lifetimes where you had trouble conceiving or something of that nature. So I can see that, being kind of a low key worry in your head, but at the same time, there's a lot of fertility that has been experienced as well. So I would say, I'm not sure how that plays into your current life, but you do have, a heritage of being very lush and abundant and fertile and loving and supported in your partnerships and able to grow a family and maintain the outside world with your partnership. So that's really good energy to claim and pull in and harness. All right, so that is number 6. Now, the collective reading. I forgot to say at the beginning, we always do the collective readings if you're new to the channel. And if you are, please subscribe and drop me a comment and let me know that you are new to so I can say hello. So we got the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, Six of Swords reversed, Abundance, Sapphire, and this is red sapphire that says abundance, joy, and destiny. And then we got past life, present power. I didn't do that on purpose, y'all. And the scales of balance. So literally, if you watch this, it was meant, there's medicine or information about your past life to speak to you in your current incarnation. So it's reminding you that yes, you have free will here in your life to create it as you want, but sometimes we can't move forward. Six of Swords, and have the abundance and the gifts of our past lives unless we address them, and that helps us to heal because sometimes we don't realize why we're not moving forward in a certain way, and we don't realize the gifts and the empowerment that we have. So it's good to remember our past lives for our present power, and that helps us to balance the scales. So that literally just summed it up beautifully. So that is the reading. Let me know how you feel about our late night candle lit reading. I might do another one. I did pull up some cards already that I have here to the side for like what you need to know right now from the universe, spirit, creator, whoever you resonate with. And there's some powerful cards that decks that we decide to use right here. So yes, I think I might do that if I have a little time right now. So let me know how you like this video. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, and I will talk to you soon.